It was well past midnight when Elon Musk sat alone in his office at SpaceX, surrounded by the soft hum of machines and the faint glow of monitors still running data from the latest test. The world outside was asleep, but Elon's mind was restless. He had been reflecting on the enormous pressure that came with trying to build the future, launching rockets, producing electric cars, leading companies, and carrying the expectations of millions who either idolized or criticized him. That night felt different, though. For once, he wasn't thinking about Mars, AI, or electric vehicles. He was thinking about people, about kindness, about the small moments that had shaped his life in ways no one could see. With a deep breath, he opened his laptop, not to respond to emails or approve blueprints, but to write something from the heart. He began typing a message that, unbeknownst to him, would soon spread across the world. The words came slowly at first, hesitant and vulnerable, but soon they began to flow like a confession he had held inside for years. Elon Musk, often portrayed as stoic, driven, and even cold, decided to share something profoundly human, a story from the early, uncertain days of Tesla that had never left his mind. He recalled a night nearly 2 decades ago, when Tesla was hanging by a thread. Bills were piling up, deadlines were missed, investors were losing faith, and Elon himself was struggling to hold everything together. He had worked nearly 20 hours straight that day and felt like he was running out of strength. Everyone else had gone home except for the cleaning crew who came in during the late hours. The factory was silent except for the sound of sweeping and the faint buzz of fluorescent lights. Elon sat slumped at his desk, staring at a screen full of numbers that refused to make sense. That's when a janitor named Carlos Ramirez walked by and noticed him. Carlos was a quiet man, one of those people who did his job faithfully without ever asking for recognition. He paused, looked at Elon, and saw not a billionaire or a boss, but a tired man who needed a moment of care. Without saying much, Carlos disappeared for a few minutes and returned with a paper cup of coffee. He placed it on the desk and said, "You look like you need this more than I do." Elon looked up, startled. No one had spoken to him like that in weeks. He smiled faintly and said, "Thank you." They ended up talking for a few minutes, about life, about working hard for dreams that seemed impossible, about family and faith. Carlos didn't know the details of Tesla's troubles or how close the company was to collapsing. He just listened and nodded, offering words that were simple but sincere. Sometimes when things get too heavy, you just need to remember why you started. That line stayed with Elon. It echoed in his mind long after Carlos walked away, and in the days that followed, it became a quiet anchor for him. In his late-night confession, Elon admitted that he had been close to giving up that week. He wrote that the exhaustion had nearly broken him, that even his confidence had begun to fade. But that small act of kindness, a cup of coffee and a few honest words from someone who expected nothing in return, reminded him that his mission was about people, not just technology. He didn't know it then, Elon typed, but that cup of coffee changed everything. It reminded me that kindness is fuel too. He wrote about how he never forgot Carlos's words. They became a kind of invisible compass during his toughest times, when rockets exploded, when Tesla missed production targets, when criticism felt unbearable. It was never about grand gestures or perfect strategies, it was always about the human spirit, about believing in each other when things seemed impossible. Elon confessed that through all the noise of success and failure, he often thought back to that night and wondered if Carlos knew how much his kindness had mattered. As he wrote, Elon realized that for years he had wanted to find the janitor again, to tell him how much that moment meant. The company had grown, the world had changed, but that memory remained untouched. In his post, Elon revealed that he had finally tracked Carlos down through an old employee record and discovered that he had retired a few years earlier. Tomorrow, Elon wrote, I'll visit him. Not as the CEO of Tesla, but as a man who never forgot kindness. The internet erupted when Elon's post went live. Millions read it within hours, their hearts stirred by the humility and honesty of a man who was usually seen as larger than life. It wasn't a marketing stunt or a motivational speech, it was a glimpse into the vulnerability that hides behind ambition. People began sharing the post, not because it came from Elon Musk, but because it reminded them of something deeply personal, that small acts of compassion can leave lifelong marks on others. Messages flooded social media. Some people wrote about the strangers who had helped them during hard times. Others shared stories of how they had once offered kindness without realizing how much it mattered. A wave of gratitude swept through the internet that night, connecting people across borders, ages, and backgrounds. It didn't matter whether they admired or criticized Elon before, his words had transcended opinions. For the first time in a long while, Elon felt a sense of peace as he shut down his laptop. The world could debate his companies, his tweets, his decisions, but this was something beyond all of that. It was about humanity, about the invisible threads of kindness that quietly shape destinies. That night, somewhere between exhaustion and reflection, Elon Musk reminded the world, and perhaps himself, that behind every invention, every breakthrough, and every success, there is always a story of someone who cared. The next morning, Elon Musk woke up earlier than usual. The city was still quiet, and the first light of dawn painted the horizon in shades of gold and gray. It wasn't a day of meetings or announcements, no scheduled product launches, no press waiting outside the gates. For once, it was a day for something purely human. Elon poured himself a cup of coffee, sat by the window for a few moments, and thought about what he was going to say. After all these years, he was finally going to meet the man whose small act of kindness had quietly altered the course of his life. He drove himself to the address he had found through old Tesla records, a modest single-story home on the outskirts of Fremont. The neighborhood was peaceful, lined with oak trees and the faint sounds of morning birds. Elon parked his Tesla quietly outside and stepped out, holding a simple paper cup of coffee in his hand. It wasn't a corporate visit, no cameras, no assistants, no entourage, just him, a man with gratitude in his heart. When Carlos Ramirez opened the door, his face lit up with both surprise and confusion. He was older now, his hair mostly gray, his hands calloused from decades of honest work. For a moment, he just stared, unsure if what he was seeing was real. "Mr. Musk," he said, his voice trembling slightly. Elon smiled gently and held out the coffee. "I owe you one," he said. "Thought I should return the favor." Carlos laughed in disbelief and invited him inside. The house was humble but warm, filled with family photos, children's drawings, and the smell of breakfast still lingering in the air. They sat on the porch, where the morning sun fell softly across the wooden steps. For a while, they just talked, two men, who had once shared a small moment years ago that had somehow connected their lives in an invisible way. Elon began reminiscing about that night at the factory, about how much that coffee and those few words had meant to him. "You probably don't even remember it," Elon said, "but I do. I was falling apart that week. I thought I had failed everyone, my team, my investors, my family. And then you showed up with a cup of coffee. You told me to remember why I started. That stuck with me through everything." Carlos looked at him quietly, eyes moist, then smiled. "I remember that night," he said. "You looked like the world was on your shoulders. I didn't know what to say, so I just did what I'd want someone to do for me." Elon nodded. "That's exactly what you did," he replied softly. "You reminded me that people matter more than anything else." After a few moments of silence, Elon reached into his jacket pocket and handed Carlos an envelope. Inside was a handwritten letter and a set of documents. Carlos looked at them curiously and then froze when he saw the Tesla logo. It was a certificate of ownership for a brand new Tesla Model 3, fully paid for and already registered in his name. Carlos shook his head in disbelief. No, I can't accept this," he said, his hands trembling. But Elon insisted. "It's not about the car," he said. "It's about what you gave me. You gave me something money can't buy, hope. This is just my way of saying thank you." Tears welled up in Carlos's eyes as he looked at Elon, not as a billionaire or a public figure, but as a man who remembered. "You didn't have to do this," he said quietly. "You already repaid it by building what you built. My grandkids talk about Tesla all the time." Elon smiled at that. "Then maybe they can ride to school in one," he said. They spent the rest of the morning talking about life. Carlos told stories about his family, about his years working in the factory, about the pride he felt seeing Tesla cars on the road, knowing he had played even a tiny part in their creation. Elon listened intently, laughing at some of the memories, growing quiet at others. For once, he wasn't the man being interviewed or analyzed. He was just listening, grateful, present, and human. A neighbor across the street noticed them sitting on the porch and snapped a photo from afar, not out of intrusion, but out of pure admiration. Later that day, that photo found its way onto social media, showing Elon Musk sitting side by side with an elderly man, both holding coffee cups, both smiling under the morning sun. The image spread like wildfire. People didn't need a caption to understand what it meant. It wasn't about wealth or fame, it was about gratitude, kindness, and the power of remembering where you came from. News outlets began picking up the story within hours, and once again, the internet filled with emotion. Elon confirmed the meeting in a short post later that evening. He wrote, "Kindness doesn't disappear. It waits patiently, even across years, until it's given back. The world doesn't need more heroes, it needs more people who care." That one sentence resonated around the world. People shared it with tears in their eyes, saying it was a reminder that compassion was still alive, even in a world so often driven by speed, ambition, and competition. Carlos's grandchildren saw the story too. They called him, laughing and crying at once, amazed that their quiet grandfather had once given coffee to the man who built rockets and electric cars. But for Carlos, the moment wasn't about fame, it was about connection. "I just did what felt right," he told them. And look what it turned into. In the weeks that followed, Elon's story sparked a new wave of kindness online. People started sharing small acts of generosity under the hashtag #KindnessIsFuel, inspired by Elon's words. Some bought coffee for strangers, others donated to local shelters, and many reached out to old friends they hadn't spoken to in years. Schools shared the story with students as an example of how even the smallest gesture can change a life. Elon, meanwhile, went back to work, but something in him had shifted. The world of rockets, cars, and technology felt the same, yet different. He carried with him a quiet sense of warmth, a reminder that even in the pursuit of the extraordinary, it's the simple, ordinary moments that truly matter. And somewhere, in a quiet house in Fremont, Carlos Ramirez sat on his porch, sipping coffee from a Tesla mug, smiling every time he heard one of those sleek cars glide by, knowing that a long time ago, a single cup of coffee had found its way back to him.